Good evening. How the devil are you all? Thank you all so much for coming over and joining us for another Friday Night Live. Hope you're all well. Yeah, I just hope you're all well. So let's bring the boys in quickly. There they are. Here's the boys. Yeah. Ooh, they've already started. It's going to be one of those nights because they started before we even went live. They started bickering at each other. I'm sure they should be married, mum and dad. Anyway, right. So welcome to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming over and joining us. Really do appreciate it. So as the title says, we're going to be turning a platter. I've got a piece here, as you can see. It's a piece of olive ash, apparently. That's what's written on it. It's 2.25 inches thick or deep by 11.5 inches in diameter. So I'm going to actually use this with a faceplate. I'm going to screw not a faceplate, one of these grab rings you get with the lathe. So I'm going to be using faceplate ring. That's what I'm going to be using. So that's what we're going to be using to start to hold it onto the. What? Is there not?
To Susie the
I can
Swiss
hear two
woodturner?
YouTubes running as well. Why can I hear two YouTubes running?
Because you've probably got yours open in the background. You
No, I haven't got it open. It's just double ringing.
Well, it's not me because mine's muted, so it's not me.
Mine's is muted too.
So you've got something else open in Terry. You must have two things open. That's right. They ain't said that. They ain't said anything yet, Susie. So it don't matter. You can hear them now, though. So anyway, yeah.
Good evening and welcome in the chat.
So bit of a wide rim platter. Not sure whether I'm gonna put a bit of a bowl dish in the bottom of it and then make the wall wide but thin, or whether I'm just gonna OG it and then make a wide. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see how we get when we go. But other than that, I'm gonna put these guys in the background.
Good. That's a good plan.
And I'm gonna put a faceplate ring on this while Terry welcomes you all in.
Well, can you hear me, everybody? That's the thing. I know.
No, not if you can hear Terry.
Not if you can hear me.
They can hear you.
Good. Oh, that's all right then. I can't see the chat now because I've had to get rid of it because I had 3 or 4 different things, but I have got them all written down. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to Malcolm Douglas, who was there about an hour before everybody else waiting. Then Rob Copperell came in, followed by Paul Findlay. Norman Greenwell's there. James Dunn's in. Ian Trevannon is in. Fred Gilliver. William Kenny. Susie Smith Turner. Todd Glencoe is in. Ivy Woodshed's there. Haley from Wooden Burl is there. Albert Dawson. Mike from Dances with Aardvarks. Nearly fell off my chair just now. Roy came in on time. Hello, Roy. Vinnie Charlton's there. Wayne Woodturner's in. Martin at... Aurora Woodworks, Woodcraft is in. Barry Chitty's there. John Johnson's in, and I don't know who else because my
Kez
Chat.
from Spouting Bears in.
disappeared.
Kez and or Phil.
I'm going to
Okay, Phil.
reload that now whilst you carry on chatting, Brian.
I'm doing that, Terry. If you would stop talking for a minute, you know, because
Just keep
you know
talking,
you're
Brian.
like.
I
Why?
hear you, Brian. Keep talking. Anybody hear Brian?
What do you mean you can't hear me?
You there, Brian?
Oh, Terry, go away.
Don't believe anybody. I love it when a flower.
He's having a hard day today because he got old. It's Terry's happy getting older day today.
It is.
Alan Gibbs in, by the way. Barry Chitty, yes. Nigel Harvey, you missed that one. Nigel Harvey.
Old man
Robert
Rivers.
Broadward's there. Robert Broadward's in. Good evening, Robert. Good evening. And Old Man River Woodturn is there.
I just said that.
Yeah. I think we've caught up. Can anybody hear Brian?
I'll just go home and drink the tea then.
It's gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of those nights.
One of those days that you get now and then.
Yes, one of those days that you get now and then.
Nice, Brian.
I know.
So we've all
We're making on
got.
this, Steve. Platter.
Sorry.
Making a platter tonight, are we?
Making a platter with a small bowl dishy
Platter.
thing in the middle of it,
Yeah.
maybe, possibly.
Wide winged or ward, whatever you want to call it, winged wall, whatever it is, platter. I know what I mean. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Andy
just-
from AGK's
well, you do.
in, and so is Christine and Michael Hastine
I
and
just said
Gerard the
that.
French Turner.
Well, welcome
Do you think
everyone.
Gerard?
So
I bet you missed
just
Gerard.
quickly, you
What-
two
what-
shout.
here, Terry, what-
You two shout for a minute.
Okay.
Just quickly before we get going, can everybody in the chat just wish Terry a happy 81st birthday?
Oh, wish me happy birthday, you renegades.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to
me.
Terry. Happy
Birthday to me.
to
Happy
Terry.
birthday,
Happy
dear
birthday,
younger looking than
you
Brian.
old fart.
Happy birthday to me.
Right.
I need a bigger picture of what Steve's doing, so as I don't have to look at Terry.
Right. So
Just
it's a
Brian.
little bit eccentric, a bit like me.
Well,
Not
yeah,
quite
so
round. So let's get it round to start with. Whoops, get a smock on always helps, doesn't it? So
Is this going to be round and brown then?
no, of course it's not. I'm going to
Well.
put some colour on it. Of course I'm going to put the
I
colour.
I feel the need for a road trip.
Trinity Creek Woodturners is in. Good evening.
I need a road trip.
Road trip. Come over
Yep.
see me, Brian.
No, I need the road trip to a wood turning shop. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I haven't bought anything for ages.
Oh,
You haven't bought anything since November, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
just no, I bought a new gauge, didn't I?
Oh,
Well, not a gauge, carbide.
gotta be careful with that. All these
From
buying
Simon
business.
I bought the nice 8mm thing from Simon Hope, you know, the 8mm and square bar.
Mm. Yeah,
That's right.
well, you got well, you learn how to use it now.
Nigel
so,
Nigel Harvey completely confuses himself. I know who he thinks he's talking to. He said, "Happy birthday, young man."
Thank you, Nigel.
Young.
See, he understands. He understands good looks.
Terry
Good.
hasn't been young since 1944.
My dad said you're only always as girl you're feeling.
Well,
Mary Bruce, she's 7 years younger than me.
yeah. Michelle's 10
Six-
years
six
younger
now,
than
she-
me, Terry. How about that?
I noticed. She looked about 20 younger than you. But never mind. He had a good paper ring, Brian.
I did, you know. You're right.
No, she did. Yeah, Raymond White is in. You keep falling out of tractors anyway. That's no good.
Well, that's true, guy. I only fell out of one tractor, Terry. Yeah, I don't keep doing it. I only did it the
You
once.
made a hell of a good job of it, didn't it?
I did.
Kate Kitchen's in. Hello, Kate. Kate, did you get my email?
Kate.
Tell me you did, Kate. Thank you for your wishes.
Hi, Kate. How are you? Let me just
Kate,
turn my.
did you say? No.
Hope
just
you
Kate,
did, Kate.
Kate, the Cornish maid's in as well.
Oh, hello,
Okay,
Kate.
Cornish
How you
maid.
doing? Nice to see you. Ain't seen you for a long while. How are you?
Yeah.
All the Katies are in.
Just
Hope
turn
you
me
and your housebounder all right.
We have a
AC.
brace of Katies.
A brace of Katies.
Hmm.
Right, so just got a
Kate,
little bit of.
a Kate and a Katie. So it's a brace of Kates. I'm assuming you call them a brace when there's two.
Two of them.
Or a pair. I don't know.
So
Gaggle.
what is that, Timber? No, gaggle. Hey, a gaggle could be just one, couldn't it? You know,
No.
you could.
I called them a
What's
brace.
timber?
We've got.
Do we
I
know what
called
the
them
timber is, just for people that might ask.
Steve.
What?
What was the timber?
Piece of olive ash.
There you go.
What
All
about
that. This might
2
not
inches
need
by
any.
what? 8, is it? 10.
11 1/4 by 2 1/4.
Good, man. Look at
Uh,
that. 4 inch by 1
The
inch
Cornish
tall, like
maid, our Katie says, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. Thank you,
Yeah,
Katie.
me too.
As your
Um,
your husband or partner or whatever with you, I don't know if you're married now. Or...
I feel good.
Good night, you should be.
So let's put
Hey,
this
Kitchen,
on.
did you get my email?
Oh, itchy ear.
So just a few little slices just to flatten this up.
You know what I did yesterday, Terry?
Go on, Brian.
I was out cutting my grass, Terry. And I thought, I can smell burning rubber. And I looked round at the moor, and the belt drive on the moor was smoking like a devil.
Smoking, man. You was going some then?
So
But the grass got cut quick.
No, one of the belts actually snapped. There's a trio of belts on the machine, and
The others are slipping, were they?
Like the
one
three
of the
amigos.
belts. One of the belts snapped, and it tangled itself around the other two and jammed them. So the thing was spinning and just burning the living daylights out of the belts. So I had to order 3 new belts today.
Oh, no. Well done, Kate. You got the message. Fine business. Thank you.
A gaggle of geese is more than one. So would
That's a
that
song
be
there, isn't it? Gaggle of geese is more than
Oh,
one.
oh. No, that's what was that song, Danny? It's on the tip of my tongue. That was for a Cadbury's.
It was dairy milk.
No, it wasn't dairy
Fingers.
milk.
Fingers.
No, it wasn't fingers either.
I don't know.
A finger of fudge is just enough to give you kids
That's
a treat.
fudge. It's fudge, Brian.
That's Cadbury's.
A finger of fudge is just enough until it's time to eat. It's full of Cadbury goodness. And
Oh,
See,
it's
this. See, you watch the adverts.
See, there you go. Ah.
Brian watches the advert. Mike got it right.
See, Mike got it right. He was right in there. Good man, Mike. Proud of you.
That's a nice bit of timber there, Stephanie.
This might not need any colouring.
It's getting
No, I
coloured.
wouldn't colour none of that.
Oh no, you're not going to colour
No,
a nice
no,
piece
no,
of
no,
olive
no,
ash.
no.
I can't believe it. Sacrilege.
That's no.
Sack me blue.
People would like it just like that.
Got a bit of grabbiness on my tool rest. Keeps grabbing on there.
Bit of grabbiness. So you got a bit of resin on it or something.
Don't
Well,
know
it's probably super glue or something.
That's maybe a big dent in it or something.
Has it got any dents? If so, file it straight.
Yeah, it does
Draw
need to.
filing.
I blame that. I
Draw
blame the
filing.
previous. I blame the previous owner. Bit aggressive. I wouldn't treat it like that.
Those tool rests
There
are
we are.
they're far too soft anyway.
Cast,
That's it.
cast steel.
Yeah, cast steel. Yeah.
That's better.
The dink, if you
One
look
good
at
thing
it,
about them, of course, is they do clean up well. And the intermediates just joined us.
they do.
Hi, Andy.
Andy came in just to listen to my singing. Good man.
So I
Thank
think
you
what I'm
very
going to do is I'm going to put a nice big foot on this. Seems it's quite. Oh, excuse me. Seems it's quite wide, so I could use my 100mm gripper jaws.
Jaws. Wow.
William Kenny's in. Oh, William.
Hi, William. How are you?
I did read it out about 20 minutes ago, Brian. It's all right.
I know, but I just
We know how
thought
much you were
I'd
taking. You know, we know.
say it. I just thought I'd say it to know you, Terry.
We know you.
It works every time.
Did I
too.
tell you Roy's joke? Roy was in before we started. Roy was
Yeah,
in the
no.
chat before it started.
Yeah,
Wow.
Roy was in early, and Steve was
Guilty
late tonight.
conscience.
You'll never live that down.
Well, we was waiting. We was waiting for Roy.
We were actually, yeah.
When he came in, we went. Harvey Klein's just joined us. Hello, Harvey.
Hi, Harvey. Doing
So-
well, my friend. Thank you. Hope you are too.
Yeah,
So-
doing well.
82mm, roughly.
My birthday today, Harvey, so I don't expect any abuse. So I don't mind. I don't need presents, just no abuse this time.
You have no chance, buddy. No abuse. I think I'll just sit back here and switch my electric chair on.
Yeah, you deserve to go through it.
There we go. Ah,
You buzzing again, Brian. You're buzzing again there. Look.
oh, that's okay.
I hope you got that stuff on your, on your gums.
My gums.
Your teeth rattling.
I stuck my teeth rattling. Oh, you mean the gum? You mean the gum jalaki?
Whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called. I never don't use it. But...
Gum jalaki.
So let's put a nice foot on there.
Are those jaws the 4-inch? What's the name? What do you call them? What jaws?
4-inch gripper jaws.
Yeah,
Gripper jaw. Oh yeah, they got a dovetail as well.
Yep, they have.
Right. Then
My one's
a
do
straight
anyway.
boss on it, are you? Younger than you, Andy.
Raymond Weiss says, "Oh, sorry, excuse me."
Just glued up a 4.5-inch by 2-inch platter. Teak from Old Bench. How's teak for turn? Teak is beautiful to turn. Teak's got its own oil.
Dr. Bob's in.
And it's really, really nice.
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Bob. How you doing?
Teak is lovely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Can be a tad hard if it's old.
Oh, it could be hard, yeah, but it's beautiful to turn.
Still turns nice as a nice
Lubricates the
sharp
chisel
gouge
as you
and
turn.
You'll be grand. And you'll get a really nice finish on it too.
Yeah, very nice shine.
Dr. Bob's Dr. Bob's greetings from Ann Arbor Veterans Hospital today.
Oh, right.
Hope you're okay, Bob. I'm just in for a checkup or something. I hope. Fingers crossed.
He could be visiting people.
Right, indeed he could. I think is it Dr. Bob's not getting treatment for Agent Orange or something, is he not?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm to Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
I think. And he was in Vietnam.
I don't keep up with his when he was in. So.
That's stuck in my head, I think. I'm sure it was Dr. Bob. He'll let us know. Like says, some teak is silicon rich so it can blunt your tools. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it can blunt them.
Yeah, it can, aye.
It's nice to turn.
But that's good practice for sharpening, though.
It's 20 years old, Raymond says. That'll be hard.
And it can clog up sandpaper.
It'll still have the oil in it. It'll still be nice to turn, but it'll have the oil in it still.
We should do something with the rim of that. It's annoying me. The wobble and that's annoying me.
You should cut it back basically just a bit to find out where his thickness is fine.
Oh, he's getting a heart monitor replacement, Dr. Bob is.
Oh, right.
Why, did your battery run out, Bob?
Let's hope. Get a monitor replacement. Oh, yeah, okay. Not a pacemaker or anything.
No, a heart monitor replacement. I've got one of those heart monitor things in, Bob.
Yeah, him started, yeah. Just
Stuck
looking for the first beat.
Stuck right in the middle of my chest.
Because they said he's got a heart of stone.
Apparently, it's going to last for 4 to 5 years, the battery in it.
Do you have it long that? Yeah. You have it that long, are you?
Well, if I live that long, I'll be fine.
What happens after that?
If you live that long.
Pack up when it does.
Well, when it packs up, we just take it out and replace it and put another one in.
Well, they're going to keep it in all the time. A monitor.
Yeah.
Wow.
$8,000 it cost that thing. That's in my chest. I looked it up in the old interweb. $8,000. And when I was in hospital, there were 8 people getting them fitted that day.
64 grand, eh?
Just like that. And you wonder why the health service costs so much.
You want to nip onto eBay?
Andy says, when Brian's tools get blunt, he just buys new ones. Oh, no, he doesn't. He just buys new ones because he likes to buy new ones.
Cornish mate Kate is asking, Steve, is that a new lathe?
Oh, as long
That's
as
how long you haven't been here.
been
Steve's had it for like 12 months. It's a 406.
I don't know
I've
when.
seen it before.
That hasn't.
It's not new. It was
new to me.
New to Steve.
She has seen it before.
Cracking lathe. It's a run on CR 2030s. I've no idea what the battery is in it, Mike. I've no idea. But all the literature says it'll last between 4 and 5 years.
We know they're rechargeable because he has to stick a lead up his backside every night before he goes to bed.
Yeah, every month. Wait an hour.
No, he doesn't.
No, he don't. He goes in, he leans up against the wall. This is a plate on the wall, and he does it by Wi-Fi charging. You got to lean there for an
Wireless charging. Right, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to leave this around about 10 mil thick. I don't want it really thin, because being a chunky bowl, that would look silly if that was really thin. So let's just get a little bit of a refineness on this.
Look who came to see me, Terry.
Oh, look at that. She's lovely, isn't she?
It's the Lola dog.
Lula.
Her mum's at work, so she's missed her
Fluffy
mum.
chops. Fluffy chops.
It's very dusty, this wood.
Bob says his first one was a stick-on for 60 days.
All right.
Now this one's inserted next Monday. Right.
Go on,
Monday morning.
Go on, where you go?
Charlie from CET Woodturners in. Hello, Charlie. Nice to see you.
Charlie.
Right, Charlie, how
Olive
are you?
ash, Charlie. Olive ash it is. And he's going to colour it, Charlie. Don't you think? All right.
Alan Gibbs says, can you not get a solar powered one, Brian? I don't know how they're going to do that when it's under my skin.
Walk around with a dish on your head. Mirrors.
Yeah, a little dish, yeah. One of them rotating jobbies.
That's it.
Follows the sun wherever you go. Well, I'll have a job in Ireland right enough. Andy Woodward
It's a job finding the sun, don't I? Following it.
Hope they're made by Duracell. Oh, very good.
Doug Miller's in from Widgespun Round. Evening, Doug.
Oh, Doug.
How you doing? All right, so let's have a look at that. So a little bit of an OG shape, not major.
It's actually been sunny all day here today.
I've got a wide foot on this. Don't know if you can see that. Can
Nice.
you?
Yeah, it's nice.
The wide
Yorkshire
foot, and then
gets
then I've got. I'm just going to clean the dovetail up to hold it with the 100mm gripper jaws.
Evening, Glyn. Good.
Hi, Glyn. How are you? How's Joe? So we're just going to get the.
Paul's joined us. Sorry,
So we're
Aaron.
just going to get
Hi.
the
Evening, Glenn.
spindle
Paul.
gouge just to put a little bit of a dovetail, because these gripper jaws have got a dovetail in them. Just going to put a little bit of a dovetail on here.
Old Man River says his pacemaker has to be replaced every 10 years. Amazing how the technology. So I've got this piece of titanium stuck in my chest. It's amazing.
I've got it in my hip.
And it works to your mobile phone. So it's connected by Wi-Fi to your mobile phone.
So does it vibrate when you ring?
I know.
Gives you a better. Does it give you a better signal?
And what it does is it talks to your phone all the time.
Hello?
So you can you can't interrogate it on your phone. But what it does, if your pulse rate goes too low or too high, it contacts the hospital. How about that?
Gerard's
crazy,
saying, Brian, is that a pacemaker
No.
you have? Hang on, because he thought that you could not go near electric tools. His wife's
No.
not even allowed near the lawnmower. She's having you on. Don't you worry about that, Gerard. She's just pretending.
Lawnmowers with petrol, aren't they?
No, mine's is electrics, battery operated. No, Jared, it's not. It's just they call it a loop recorder. That's what it does.
It's like an old
Trying to
Walkman.
find out what's wrong with him.
So it's a real high-tech piece of kit, I have to say.
All right, so let's
George
just.
Glyn's on a girly drink. Drinking, he says he's enjoying a
Oh,
lager in black.
God.
Girly drinking.
Glenn's regressed to the 80s, aye. 80s.
He'll be on baby brandy and baby sham in a minute.
You know what that was, eh? That lager and blackcurrant. That was all that glam rock stuff, you know.
Isn't there a word? Isn't there a word
saying
for that? Isn't there a word for that? Let me think of what the word is. Hang on. Puff.
Girly said it. That's it. Puff. Yeah, he's a magic dragon.
Yeah,
The
magic dragon. Puff the magic dragon, yeah. Oh dear.
That's what they'd call you, one of you, if you was drinking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I had a wrong girl up, say, look, I've found this new drink, Glenn. It's called lager and blackcurrant. Oh, think of the abuse you would have got.
Yeah. Oh, you puff. Right, so let's get this sanded up. So I'm going to sand it up to 240. I'm going to keep the bottom of it au naturel.
Jared says, no, we did have to buy a battery operated one. I will not cut the lawn. I hate it. It's against my religion. You French people have some strange religions, I have to say.
I got rid of all the lawns in my houses, every one I've lived in. Ditched them. Lawn, thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the same in mine, Terry.
I love having a lawn because it keeps Nick quiet for hours.
Yeah, you can send it out in all weathers.
Right, Raymond Wise is thinking of upgrading his Coronet Herald. Regent.
Ooh.
Is it a good lathe? If so, I will ask the good lady after I order it.
And then duck, yeah. So Raymond, I had the Regent, and it is a good lathe. It has a few little niggles like all other lathes have, but it is a good lathe, and I would highly recommend it. There you go.
Age UK Woodworks is saying he's in the market for a magnetic light for hollowing. I thought you've got to use tools to hollow, not lights.
Hey,
do you have any suggestions, please? I've got one of those magnetic lights on a stalk. What's it called? Same as you got, Steve, innit?
Yeah, but this is what you want if you. This is good because what happens with this? Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see that? This goes on your tool rest. This goes on your tool rest. So if you're hollowing, you bring your tool rest up, stick it on the back of your tool rest, just like that, and voila, it illuminates
inside the piece.
Inside the piece,
and not everything else. Particularly if you're videoing or anything, it's a really good tool.
And it just sticks. It's just a little tiny magnet, quite a bright LED, just sticks on the back of your tool rest.
That's from Wood Art, isn't it? Or
Wood Art. I can't remember how much they are, but it comes with a little on-off switch.
Woodturning's in.
Hi, Zach.
Klondike Craftsman's in.
So you got another magnet. You got another magnet there to stick on the lathe, so it's not pulling on the cable. So yeah.
How much was that, Steve?
I can't remember. It was 25 or 35 quid.
I'll look at them.
They're not extortionate amount, but like I say, they're magnetic. They come with you can buy a long extension lead for them. They do come with quite a long lead, but obviously I'm quite lucky because my socket's just there. So
Good Art products.
Thank you, Lewis, for wishing me a happy birthday.
Hi, Lewis.
Mike Hughes
Hi, Zach.
Good evening, Mike.
Don't encourage him.
I would have gone all the way, really, done as a birthday present.
Accessories.
Well, I think a treat would be stay at home for a little bit.
I am. Bruce gone away for the weekend. I'm home. Lovely. That's 2 weekends in a row.
Nice.
You doing your love life?
So the Mark III handy light with power supply, 25 quid.
Yeah. You can get an extension lead for them though as well, can't you? If you
can buy an additional low voltage extension lead, 1.5 meters for £2.50, 3 meters for £3.50, 5 meters for £4.50. Yeah, unless you've got a long way to go from your socket, you won't need it.
They are quite long. Right.
And the UK postage is £4.50, so 30 quid, and you can have a wee light. There you go.
Bob says Cindy Droz has been selling them for a long time, for those several years, for those who live in the United States. Or
that's correct.
Can get them from there.
They do indeed. They also have a probe light at £45, which has a big LED on the end of it. So if you're doing hollow forms and you want to shine a light inside to the out,
really deep, yeah.
A probe light, it's called.
Can you stick it on the end of the tool?
No, it's like a wand thing.
But they do. I don't know if you can see this one. This is a magnetic one. These are rechargeable though.
One of those.
Yeah, they're good. They're good, but they're rechargeable. They don't run off of the. Well, I don't think they run off the power.
No, you can leave them plugged in though.
Oh, can you?
You can.
Won't discharge.
Oh, yeah.
Leave the charging thing in.
Yeah. So there you go. Do you need the link for that? I'll put the link in anyway.
Yeah, put it in, Brian.
Stick it in the chat. We'll promote John's. We'll promote John's company.
I'm doing it. Once I restore the chat because it disappeared again. Pasting. There you go. There's the link, guys. If you want to have a look at that light, I bought one there not so long ago, about a couple of months ago. Good bit of kit.
They're quite bright as well.
Yeah, they're very bright. Equivalent to a 60-watt light bulb. That's what it is. So it says in the blurb Let me just read the blurb. Right. Says, that's the probe light. Don't read the probe light. It says, doesn't say it at all.
There you go. That's that.
Wait a minute. What does it say? Strobe free, flicker free, and strobe light. It doesn't actually say. Because when I read that, I looked at it. It's the probe light that's 60 watt.
Probably about 10 watt, the little one.
Yeah, well, it doesn't actually say.
5, 10. But it's just 5 watt LED is equivalent to 20 watt.
That's
Yeah.
not 50 watt.
No.
50 watt, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's probably what it is. 5
10
watt LED,
watt.
isn't it?
Probably.
Did you say?
You don't need it. You don't need it too bright because it blind. You know, you won't see what you couldn't.
Did you say Kez and Phil was in?
I
Got
did.
one of them or both of them are in, yeah.
Kez, did you get my
Yep.
message? What I sent you the other day? Or
What
Phil?
I sent you.
I think I sent it to Kez.
Yes, and or Phil. That's what we usually say.
Did you get Stephanie's message?
Stephanie?
Stephanie.
Stephanie?
It's definitely not.
So I'm not going to worry about this bit in here because obviously we've got to turn the tenon off of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand out the outside up to 400.
Jared the French Tunnel says, I have a 10-meter roll of LED lights to use in sign making. I've plenty made
of different
I
lengths.
have plenty made of different lengths that I can use with different tool posts. There you go.
So you can cut them then, Gerard, and they'll
You can,
stay alight individually, right?
Yeah, most LEDs
You
you
can
can
do-
get. Most LEDs you can get every third one.
That's correct,
Right.
yep. Andy says, I think it was a 1 watt LED. See, I can't read that because of that stupid heart thing.
Yeah, I've got a stupid heart thing.
Pop out the chat again.
Right, so
Right, chat.
extractor off. So
Right.
let's get some sand and sealer on there.
Thing is, when you get too deep into the hollow form, you can't see in there anyway, light or not. Just because you might feel them, yeah.
You can do.
Phil says Kez will reply when she's put the kids to bed.
All right, thank you, Phil. All right. Oh, that's better. I can see now. I've got the dust off.
In. Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah.
Right,
Celia,
so
California.
some sand and sealer.
Scott off the Hamptons.
Whoops. That was clever, Steve. You don't want to be squeezing that when you break the...
Not really, no.
That bottle is rubbish. I bought that bottle because I thought that'd be perfect.
Dripping everywhere, look.
No
Dripping.
spillages, no nothing. That's absolutely useless.
It's dripping away like a mad thing.
It's like me in the morning. That is dripping away like that.
That's drooling.
Oh yeah, sorry, Jordan.
Stuart Freezing. Hi, Stuart.
Oh, Stuart, how are you?
Late to the party. Well, no, Roy's normally late, Stuart, but he's in on time today, so you got.
No, Roy was late. Roy was late. He was 3 minutes late.
Was he okay?
Yeah, don't tell him he was on time because that'll go to his head.
Yeah.
This is
Scott. It was a bit of it's a bit of olive ash.
And I'm going to colour it.
It's beautiful. Steve's going to colour it, and then he's going to get sung, drawn, and quartered. Everybody in the chat, except Stuart. Stuart
colours everything.
Would say colour it.
So would I. Leave the bottom natural and colour the side, or colour the top.
That's what I'm going to do.
But you could colour it with some, sympathetic tones, so you can see the grain through it.
I will. It's called black.
Good. That's a good word. Sympathetic tones.
Black
like that. It's not a sympathetic tone. Yeah.
All right, we'll let that dry.
Roy the boy says you was late, Steve.
Yeah, but we was waiting for you to come in, Roy, so you weren't late.
Yeah. When you're in on time, you see.
We're trying to make you look good. Right.
Stu says, thank goodness I missed the colouring. He said
Oh, don't! Oh, this is
Get
deja
out of
vu.
here,
This is
Brady.
deja vu. This is when he was on a special guest there. Well, I won't cover
Yeah.
that, Steve. I won't
Yeah.
cover that.
What got of that?
Don't give us any of that nonsense, Brady. We don't believe in you.
Right, let's just burnish that off. I'm not going to use shavings because there's a lot of crap in the shavings.
I was going to say Mr. Farini there, but I forgot he's not a teacher anymore.
Please, sir, can I go
No,
to the
no need to
toilet?
call him sir anymore.
He does make his students put their hands up though when they go for lessons.
Old Man River says, don't colour that grain.
I am. I am.
And there's going to be trouble
Watch it.
ahead.
Watch his space.
There may be trouble. Oh, Dances with Advert says, purple.
No.
And
Stuart
Stuart and
Greeley
Grillo
is
is
in.
in.
Stuart. Good evening.
Stuart.
He says, evening, bambinos.
Hello, Stuart. How the devil are you? Hope you're well.
Please don't ever call me Mr. Freeney. I think I'm talking to my dad.
Is all your course booked up, Stuart?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully they're booking up.
I think we should just call him Mr. Freeney now for a laugh now. Just
Yeah.
every time we see him.
For Brian, I don't like to say grown man cry. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Okay, I'll not. Not today.
Roy says
Michael
no
McEwen's
colours, not
in.
even plum.
Michael
Evening,
McEwen's
Michael.
in.
Hi, Michael.
He says, happy Friday, everyone.
Scott wants pink.
Oh, God, Scott. Behave yourself.
In fact, he's saying it so loud he's put it in capitals. Pink!
He shouted it.
Pink!
Still a few spaces on Stuart Freeney's course
Put
Yeah,
the,
in
link,
May.
put the link in,
ring.
Stuart. Put the link in, Stuart.
Yeah.
He's got a spanner, so if you have the link handy, stick it in there, Stuart.
So just denib this.
Detention from Mr. Hartwood Turnings if he does.
Get on.
I have never been
Well
in detention in my
Well
life.
deserved. No, you
Stuart.
never went to school, that's why.
Yeah, that's true. I tried to avoid it wherever I
Kept
could.
mitching off, didn't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Scriving.
So
When I went to school, it was a good school, it was approved.
you saw it here.
Can't
You
see
saw
it,
it here
it's all blurred out.
Is
Yep,
it?
good.
Turn it so the light's
There
not
you
on
are,
it.
that's it, that's it.
better.
If you were just
That's
reflecting
better.
off the
There you go.
whiteness.
Yorkshire Grey, I can see there.
Yorkshire
There
Grey.
you go,
It's-
Yorkshire Grey.
Oh,
That's
it's all out of focus
used.
now.
That's made Glenn happy because he knows he's still somewhere around. Joe's be singing away in a minute.
So bit of Yorkshire.
Be gleaming when it's finished.
Aye.
Good news with this size, I should be able to get this in the cold drawers to finish it off.
Mm.
No. No, not the dreaded cool jaws again.
Dun dun dun.
What's the bet? We're adjusting the buttons tonight again.
Always.
Always just the buttons, yeah.
So around about 500 RPM.
There you go. There's the link for Stuart's classes at
Hope we're turning.
Woodturning.
.uk/lesson.
Lessons. Good.
Get yourself improved.
I need to find a better tissue. This tissue is atrocious. Falls apart.
You probably washed it 6 times, haven't you?
No, twice this one. Nick did iron it the other night though. I think she took the goodness out of it.
Doug's putting the words in that. He's putting the words in.
It's hands that feel pitted. Pitted, not pity.
Joe sings pity.
It's not, it's pitted.
Are you sure?
I'm
Glenn says he
100%
knows
sure.
the bloke who invented it. He stole the recipe off him, didn't you, Glenn?
That's funny. I know the bloke who invented it as well.
Mm.
Not a bad sort, really.
Well, Raymond White says he was a good kid at school. He thinks he got the belt every day.
Yeah. Teachers need the exercise. I got it plenty too. That's why I stopped going. Stuart said some might say it's not an improvement covering wood with colour, but it will certainly be fun. You're quite right,
Yes.
Stuart. It is fun.
Definitely.
You can make a mess of your workshop too.
Robert Broadwood's just finished his first of the Yorkshire Grit. And he's only got one left.
Oh no. Oh, what are you going to do, Robert? How long is it taking to use one tub?
Was it in the aluminium
year.
tub?
I know.
Roy says he hasn't used his yet. He hasn't finished his tub yet. We know Roy's tight, don't we?
Yeah. You're supposed to use it like somebody else paid for it.
Right, let's clean that off.
Or is that sandpaper? Same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Oh dear. Andy's waiting for this to become an antique.
If
What's
it's
the
the original
definition
one,
of-
it already is. Just look
Yeah,
at
what's-
how old Glenn is.
What's the definition of an antique these days?
Oh, it's over 50 years old.
You think it was 100?
50.
There's
Someone-
something something we could debate.
Someone antique.
No, the definition of an antique. What is the definition of an antique these days?
Well, if it's over 50, I'm an antique.
Well, we
Yeah.
know that. An antique and starting to fall to bits as well. I've
Robert's had it 3.5 years.
What's this? We use cookies. What's that epidemic? How did I get that up? Excuse me. I've
See
lost
you in
the
a bit
chat.
then, Stuart. See you in a bit.
Lost the chat again. There it's hiding.
Stuart's going to duck out for a while. We'll be back soon, hopefully.
All right, mate.
All right,
See
sure.
you later. Thanks
Take
a
it
lot for
easy,
coming
buddy.
in.
Probably way to get his dinner, no? This time of evening, those posh teachers always used to have dinner late.
Fred
You know?
Gilliver says 100 years old, chaps.
100 years, that's what I thought.
Mike says over 81.
Yeah.
And Andy, we're learner, is quite correct. He says Brian's age.
Gary's age. Gary's older than me, by the way, guys. Did you not know?
Yeah, but I'm better looking.
No, you're not.
I am.
And they're off.
Don't be ridiculous, my friend. Don't be ridiculous.
So clean bit of tissue. Make sure we've got no more grit coming off, which we haven't. So we know we're up to.
Now you see. Doug Miller's chimed in here. He says, antique depends on what you're talking about. Cars can only be 20 years. Now you see, there's a difference between an antique and a car, because cars don't become antiques, they become classics.
Collectors.
They're
classics.
classic cars after 20 years, not antiques. Hey, aren't they? See? I never heard a car called an antique ever.
Martin of Aurora Woodcraft says Steve is more of a Norfolk curiosity than an antique.
That's not for curiosity. Oh, that's a good one, Martin.
I've been called a few things, but never a curiosity.
Ah. Hmm. There's room for development in that, I think. A Norfolk curiosity. That's something that sounds something like Posh Terry would come out with.
Yeah.
You know, Posh Terry from Eckington Arts.
You know, the one's got his birthday today and you're all going to send him a present. You know,
That's the one. Don't be sending him any presents. Just send him abuse. As much as you
send me love. Send me love.
Love.
send him some love and understanding, because he's
Love and understanding.
feeling a bit lonely away for the weekend.
Because he's
I'm feeling
old.
lonely. I'm feeling a little lazy.
Because he's old and decrepit.
Right, let's buff this wax off. Get a nice sheen on there. Might give it another coat.
Andy Woodward Leonard says Terry's a classic. A classic, what I don't know, but still a classic. He's not. Terry's invincible.
Glenn's saying it's Norfolk and good. Or is this Norfolk and chance?
Norfolk good. Norfolk and
Barry, Baz for
Norfolk
real simple things is in.
Oh, Baz, how you doing?
Lovely word, Steve. Evening, folks. Yeah, it is a piece of olive ash, and he's going to colour it. Baz, he's not going to burn it. I don't think.
Nah, no burning. Well, he just waxed the back of it, so he better not be burning it. Frederick Day says, I've been trying to make videos today just to copy all you lads. I'm using OBS to employ the local vernacular. It does my head in. What a terrible program. I admire you lads that use it. It's not terrible.
What's that, OBS?
Yeah.
OBS is easy once you get to know how to use it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there is a bit of a
it's
learning curve.
Just 16 hours of editing the video to get out 10 minutes. That's the trouble.
There's loads of videos on my channel if you want to learn how to set it up properly.
Yep. Steve did a couple of little videos, well, more than a couple, I think.
More than a couple.
Videos on the setting up of OBS for live streaming, etc.
Only the basics, but it's enough to get you going.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Good to know, Frederick. I've just managed to link my camera to my computer, and I was wondering whether to use OBS or StreamYard. I use OBS for myself, Steve, Terry, and everybody I know uses OBS because you control the cameras through OBS. If you're using more than one camera.
StreamYard is a streaming service. OBS is an operation service.
It's like a net. It's no, I was going to say it's like an editing suite, but it's not. It's like what is the thing? It's almost like a mixer. It's like a mixer desk.
Yeah, it's a camera control center.
Yeah. Like a mixer desk for video.
Matthew Lawrence has just joined us. Evening, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. How you doing?
Evening, Matthew.
So final coat of wax.
William Kenny says Steve's videos are great.
Thanks, William.
That's the OBS videos he's talking about. He's not talking about woodturning videos.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
Only the OBS ones.
I was getting excited.
How to change the suspension on a Land Rover. Perhaps that damn thing keeps coming up. Made about 30 years ago. Keeps popping up on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it about 10 times just so that it thinks I've watched it and doesn't come back.
Frederick says, thanks, I'll keep trying. If you need any advice, Frederick,
you'll get there, Frederick.
fire us a message. Try and help you.
Once you've got the basic settings for one camera, the rest is pretty easy. Concentrate on the one, and then once you get that right, then you can move into others. But if you've got more than 2 or 3 cameras, you need a fairly quick PC to run them all.
You do. Robert Bobwood says, Dave, that green looks amazing. It does.
Look nice with a bit of plum over the top, won't it?
It will.
You could burn it.
Right, so that's the back.
TLF would works.
Tim, minute.
Tim, I think, isn't it?
Tim? Yeah, I think so. Hi, Tim.
I use OBS for production, camera control and graphics.
Yep.
Then I use the output of OBS into StreamYard. That's exactly what I do.
That's what we all do at the moment. Well, we're using Skype here. Steve,
we are.
Use Skype through.
Yeah, but that's just to get us in.
Yeah, to get us in.
Yeah, I don't use StreamYard because StreamYard, unless you pay for it, you only get 720. Not most people wouldn't realise the difference, but if you download and edit, then you notice the difference. So I always use Skype because that you can then bring it in. I can then go straight into YouTube Studios from OBS, and that gives me full HD. So
you're streaming direct from OBS.
Yeah, straight into YouTube Studios. Yep.
So you actually don't need StreamYard at all.
No.
You can use OBS to do everything.
You could on YouTube with OBS, but you can have more than yourself on there.
You can
You
you
can.
can you can actually stream straight into YouTube Studios with one camera if that's what you want to do. But the idea of the OBS is that you got a little bit more control over your cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea of OBS.
And as Tim says, you can add graphics, etc. in as
Yeah, exactly. Overlays.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get this just nipped up.
Roy's asking how you got on the farmers market, Steve.
well. Oh, don't ask.
Absolutely awesome, Roy. Absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
Best one I've
Awesome.
ever done. Best one I've ever done.
Sold 18,000 pounds of stuff. That was only 3 bowls.
That's why he's cheerful tonight, because he made some money at the beginning.
I did. I could afford to eat this week. I'm not malnourished this week. I've actually got some food in me.
Talking about food, I've not had my dinner yet.
Nor have I, mate.
You know.
Right, let's face this off, and then we will work out.
Crab
Oh
sandwiches.
no, I've got a blooming wormhole in there. Oh,
Crab
you have that.
sandwiches for tea.
what? Because Ruth's not there.
How far in
Crab
does
sandwiches,
the
yeah,
wormhole go,
She
Steve?
bought 2
Dunno.
crabs
there's
yesterday
another
for
one
me
there
off
as
the
well.
fish lady.
Oh no. So your wife's left
I've
you with
got one
crabs.
tomorrow as well.
That's not very
I've
nice.
one tomorrow, yeah. So I had crab sandwich tonight, and I shall have crab sandwich
Oh, it's,
tomorrow.
TLF is called Todd. Sorry, Todd.
Sorry,
Todd,
Todd.
sorry, Todd.
Well, we got the first letter right.
Yeah, it was a T. I was saying TLF, yeah.
See if that wormhole's gone. No, it's still there. Still
Todd.
there.
Oh, I wouldn't worry
yeah.
about it, Steve. It gives it character. Fill it with some gold.
Yeah, just a gold filling, you know. Be fine.
Worm probably goes right the way through. Well,
Yeah, sometimes you're lucky and there's just a tiny little bit. Other times it can be fairly deep into the wood.
Still there.
won't worry about it.
Todd says, answer to just about anything. Yeah, me too. I've been called a whole lot worse than Tim.
The question is, I've got quite a thick rim there. I could lose a little bit more of that. Just trying to lose a little bit more of that out. Let me sharpen a gouge up and see how we get on. One more pass, as they say. Just one more pass.
One more
I
pass.
heard that before.
That all it took, yeah, one more pass. And then he ripped it, one more pass. Blew the guts out, one more pass.
And then he funneled it.
Shadowed it, one more pass.
That's what I like to hear. Friends got full of confidence in you.
Absolutely.
You're
Stephanie.
fine, Steve. I know fine. You'll be grand.
You're not going to funnel this anyway because you got you got 2 tenons on the back yet to go through. So. If you funnel both tenons as well, you know, it means it was deliberate.
If I funnel both tenons, I shouldn't be turning.
Well,
I'll hand him a gouges. I'll give him a tutor badge back, Terry. How's that if I funnel it?
okay. Back
Okay.
just request it back.
We'll hold you to that. Andy says you only worry about the wormholes when the wet bit hits you on the lips. Yeah.
If you find the worms.
Yeah.
Actually, the worms are so small you can't see them with the naked eye. Have you ever seen a dressed eye?
They can't be that small, are they?
Yeah, they are. Can't see them.
Where have I just put that gouge
You
on?
only see them. You only see them under a magnifying glass.
Oh, old man Rob says, Steve, don't colour this one. That wood's too nice to colour! Exclamation marks.
Well, it's his word, so he can do what he likes. He's going to colour it.
Yeah, but that'll look even better when I've coloured up.
Yeah, you got to fill it and colour it anyway, innit? Fill the holes up.
Fill the holes. Something. There's something, I don't know what.
Actually, you could take that down to a millimetre, Steve, and you could pierce that, and then you could get rid of those holes.
I can't pierce it. I'll stick it at the back, innit?
Oh.
Well, take it in
God.
and down. So it's just the edge is millimetre thick, going, you know, down about an inch, and then pierce the inch.
Charlie wants to know, Steve, have you made that 75mm sanding disc holders yet?
It's in the process of. I'm printing the
Just-
prototype one now, Charlie.
The printer's going, Charlie. As we speak, it's
God
making
says
it.
you have to colour it. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Colour it, exclamation mark. He says, what? I don't believe it.
Who's that?
And Mike from Dances with Aardvark says, once you've had a frog hit you in the mouth when you're swimming in long grass, a woodworm won't worry you. Oh, God, that's gross. I've been hit by a snail once when I was swimming. It wasn't pleasant either. Or maybe it was a slug, actually. It wasn't a snail, it didn't have a shell. So it would have been a slug.
Strimmer probably ripped its shell off.
I did. Well, possibly. I don't know. But it was wet and horrible anyway.
Tear out,
Charlie says, good lad.
yeah? I can't believe how many people have been asking for them, Charlie.
Well,
Just
what
get a
it is.
production line going, you'll be fine.
Good news is as well, I've just put an order in for 75mm sanding disc, so
Yeah, you are. I printed some. Jared says I have printed some thread inserts with the Manched 3D printer. Works great. Okay,
who's that?
good job, Jared. Jared's the French woodturner.
Oh, right.
And he says, "I strip a lot of grass. I've never had a Frenchman punch me for it." oh, controversial.
Could have been his wife.
Controversial, Andy. Controversial.
Right, so a little bit of a round rim on there. So I'm going to colour all that now, sand it, then colour it, and then we'll just hollow that bit out in the middle. So let's get it sanded up quickly. Can't believe them blooming wormholes there. No, I checked that as well. I couldn't see nothing in it.
Didn't look hard enough.
Yeah. Paying attention, obviously. Pete says, morning all. I got a plank.
Interesting, Pete.
Good man.
Well
Good
done.
man, Pete.
Did you get one or two? You said you were going to get the two. If there was two there. Good man.
He's been to Yandles today to buy some Padook.
You can't get any more. Well, you can, but only what's
It's
what
on the
is
site.
available.
Apparently, it's either on or going on the CITES list.
Won't be able to buy it anymore.
You won't be able to buy it.
Endangered species. You won't
be able to buy
what's in the market.
What about all the trees that have already been cut down then?
They won't be able to import it anymore, as what the CITES means. But if they've got stock, you'll still be able to sell it until their stock runs out. So there will be no more imported into the country. I think that's what the CITES thing means. Did you walk it, Pete says, right, the boy? Did you walk the plank?
Raymond Wise says he's been hit by some fox's feces.
Oh,
That
doesn't it
stinks.
just?
That stinks.
Well, he used a different word, but I'll use feces.
So does badger poop. And badgers have this habit of digging a small scrape in the ground. That's something not sometimes not so small. 4 to 6 inches wide. They dig a little hole and then they poop in it for 3 or 4 days. It's stinking.
Oh, a bit like a soldier then.
See, Pete says he paid £86 for that plank. That's been a good going, then, Pete.
How big
Anybody
is it?
turned leadwood? Asks Roy.
No, I haven't.
I've seen a piece of leadwood, but it's very heavy. Never turned it though, Roy. Put it back on the shelf. Too expensive.
Mike says you should have sent Terry and Brian to get the plank, Pete. It might have made a good film.
Yeah.
You've shown your age now, boy. Oh.
He says leadwood turns nicely. Let it go.
Never turned it, so. Can't comment.
Andy says Pete should have got Roy to get some from the pub for him.
Yeah.
Steve Perkins is in. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hi, Steve.
Thanks for coming in.
Welcome in, buddy. 79 people currently watching.
Oh, wow. Thank you, everybody. So I'm just going to sand this up to 400, and then we're going to seal it, and then we're going to colour it.
So we're sealing it, so we're going to put the paint on it.
So yeah, if you're sealing it, there's paint on it. It's not a stain.
Staining.
Ooh. Well, if it's staining, you won't be sealing.
So I'm using new pads on this side because we want a nice, we're not going to Yorkshire grit it, so we want a nice finish.
Scott from Hampton Woodturning says, I still want pink.
Wow.
You'll get what you're given, boy.
Even
Some
we can't
offer
influence
grabs at
them.
my men's shed auction next month. Somewhat. Oh, Paduk. Paddock.
How do you know that? Because it's up for next month. You probably already bought it.
Who was in the plank film? Tommy Cooper and Eric Sykes. Was it Tommy Cooper and Eric Sykes?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know if I watched that film.
It's a silent film, wasn't it?
So if anybody
Could never be silent.
If anybody is a member of Lincolnshire Wolds Club, I will be demonstrating for them on Tuesday evening with an IRD.
Yeah.
So,
Andy Woodward Lerner says, some even like what you're doing, Steve. It's a hint
thanks.
to the rest of you.
Thanks.
I think you're trying to say there's not enough thumbs up in this.
Charlie says you're going to fill the holes.
I'm going to have a look once I've got it sanded and see how bad they are, Charlie. So they're just there.
I don't think it'd make a difference if you painted it, mate. Zach says he's looking forward to Steve's demonstration for the Lincolnshire Wolds next Tuesday.
So thank you, Zach.
Right on, Zach. Good man.
Oh, I need cheese oil.
So let's just blow them out. So I think, I think I might just.
You mentioned, right, and Zach says, and I mentioned it to Ray Blake. Well done, Zach. Good buddies they are.
Yeah, don't get me in trouble with Ray.
Captain Mainwaring and Arthur was in the plank. It's Arthur Lowe.
To meet online, I think, Fred. Lincolnshire Wolds meets online for their demonstrations. I think they have an evening hands-on night. I'm not sure. But they do meet online for their club meetings and demonstrations.
Sure, Vinny's just back. He says, "Oh, I'm back just in time."
Just in
in
time.
Sure.
So I'm just going to
Zach
mix a
might
little
be able
bit.
to tell you, Fred, how do you get out of it?
You change the camera, Steve.
Change the camera. Hang on, I'm just going to mix it.
Just
Just mix a little bit of filler up.
Kind of fella, wood fella.
Yep. Well, it is wood after all.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a highlight of it.
No, I'm just want to cover these
we
little.
know. Ray takes the pictures, Zach. Does it, Mark of Lincolnshire Association of Wood Turners in Lessingham.
Lessingham.
So just cover them up, really.
Ruth calls it lesbian.
What's the wood filler you're using, Steve?
I'll show you in 1 second. It's Cuprinol natural 2-pack filler.
Okay.
So comes with obviously the filler and then the hardener.
The hardener.
That'll be dry in about 2 or 3 minutes. So we just quickly run over with the final couple of grits, and then that will just take that.
Mike says you should draw on a worm poking out of the hole.
Yeah, just
That's a good
waving,
idea.
just waving. We'll just get a little bit,
Hey.
just get a little bit of
Make
heat on
one,
there.
a bit of timber.
Right, so we're going to paint it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Could mix a little bit of glue and some sawdust. Could have put super glue in it.
Mm-hmm.
It could do. Ailey says, "Has Steve checked that there's no little worm faces looking at him? I hate finding worms in there." Yeah, but you can't see the worms, and if a woodworm, they might be if they're big bugs, but
I think
woodworms not. You can't see them with the naked eye, Ailey.
I think 1500 RPM it'd have been out by now. It's splattered,
He's going to be dumb, does he?
it's splattered on one of the walls.
If you can see the hole, they've already gone.
Right. Andy Woodwork Leonard says Bondo with a different name. Yeah. That reminds me, I've got a ton of that to use. I had an idea for a project and I never did it. Mike said I had a cork sanding block in my workshop for years, and then one day it erupted with about a dozen huge grubs.
Yeah.
Something laid its eggs in it.
Tim's in from TF Turning. Hello, Tim.
Evening.
Right, so that should be all
Hope you're
filled
keeping
in.
well.
Good evening, Tim. So that should all be filled in, all dry. Like I said, we're going to paint it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So let's just get rid of the dust out of the grain. Now we need to seal this because we're going to paint it.
It's a shame. Wish you would spray it with a methylated spirit so I get to see what the grain looks like.
I know what the grain looks like. It looks like the back.
Yeah, it looked like a back, right? But you know,
I know, but
Here we
it'll
go.
pop now with this, and then you'll go, "No, don't do it."
Look at that.
Mary."
Look at that. Stunning. Look at that.
this is a nice piece of wood, yeah.
Look better coloured.
Stuart Gourlay says, it's Steve's wood, he can do what he wants, but this fad of colouring wood is a passing phase. It'll never catch on. I think you could be wrong there, Stuart.
Pete
Oh,
Twisted
Pete
Tree says,
says-
"I posted a short plank that needs resin, Brian, but I packed it in a box that has been in a dusty corner of the workshop for about a year, so the dust weighs as much as the plank."
You friggin' rap.
Well done, Pete. Good man. Posting that split bit.
Cheers, mate.
Brilliant.
I appreciate that. just what I need is another resin project. Got 3 or 4 lined up, so.
Well, she's had since he bought the resin.
Yep. nearly a year and a half ago. Oh no, it's nearly 2
You're
years
just
ago.
accumulating extra bits to do now, but you
The resin will be out of date before he gets to use it. It'll be at the
No,
bottom,
no,
that'll be all
don't be.
gloopy.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's only got
Oh,
a
no.
shelf life,
Yeah,
you know. It's only got a 12-month shelf life once you opened it.
you
It has never been opened, Steve.
used
So
it
it's
the other
fine.
day, did you, Brian?
No, I bought a little 1 litre
Oh, look.
bottle for my first couple of resin projects.
Lucy Bundy Rose in. Hello, Lou.
Oh, Lucy, how are you?
Scott Hampton says painting this is blasphemy unless you use pink.
That's true. Be there, Scott.
Blasphemy, I say.
He likes pink, I reckon.
I'm sorry, I'm confused now. Dog mother just put in here. Sweet potato?
Yeah, Lucy. Don't know
What's
why.
Lucy
it's a
at?
super
Lucy's
potato.
always talking about food.
Yeah. No, it just says Lucy Super Tato Bundy Rose. So
Super
a super
potato.
tato must be a tomato because she's not big enough to be a potato.
Potato.
Super potato. Potato.
Oh look, I got shrapnel in my drink.
Like potato crisps.
How's that got him right over there?
I don't know.
Right. Right, let's get some colour out then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
So, black.
Ah.
Black.
Black. Good man. What we'd like to see. Nice bit of black on there.
Jared, the French wood turner, says Martin wouldn't colour this, but Martin's not here tonight.
Yeah.
Colour
Martin would colour it.
Colour your.
So that
Cover your
bad
lathe.
Martin.
Cover your lathe.
Yeah, I'm going to cover my lane. I've got to take the can first.
It is olive wood, Tim, yep. Olive ash.
I'm afraid Martin would colour it, Gerard.
Olive
Martin
ash.
Smith, you mean? He would colour it.
So I'm going to spray that direction. So it gives me a nice line, not blowing over, it gives me a nice crisp line there.
Look at that.
Lovely. No, says the old man River. Old man. Do you realise that Steve left us about 10 mil thick, so if it goes wrong, he can take it back up again.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't go wrong.
Oh, it
I've
might.
no tea left, Terry.
No tea left. I mean, what's the matter? Because it's my birthday, I'm having a drop of wine.
Oh, yeah, not again.
So just gonna,
Jesus. William Kenny says, Jesus. Don't do it, Steve. Too late.
It's already done.
So just going to let that dry. And then we'll give it another.
Fred Gulliver says, shame on you.
And he's going to give it another coat, make sure he gets rid of all the grain. It's looking shiny already, Steve, because you got reflections in it already.
That's only because it's wet.
That camera's not very good, is it? It's on auto exposure, so.
No, it's not, because you got black in there.
That's better.
That's that new camera. I ain't finished setting up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Fernie says, it's lacquered. You can still see that lovely grain.
Martin Ford's in. Evening, Martin Ford. How are you?
Hi, Martin. How you doing?
Crazy.
He says, this Martin wouldn't colour it. Yeah, well. You know what it's like? Bit of bad luck you're having.
It's only a bit of wood anyway. Don't matter, does it?
It is, yeah.
Thank you, Lucy.
Can always be done again.
Only took 500 years to grow.
He says, oh,
You have
I
a
forgot
pig.
it was Terry's birthday. I think I'll have a beer. Quite
Yeah.
right. I would have a beer too, but I haven't got any.
I'm having a little drop of red.
Jared, the
My
French
daughter
good
gave me a
says,
bottle of red wine before
it's
she drove off.
sacrilege. You will not go to heaven now. Yeah.
I weren't going anyway, Gerard.
He probably wasn't going there anyway, Gerard.
My daughter
It's
gave me a
big
bottle of red
distance.
wine before she drove Ruth to Plymouth.
That's not red wine you're drinking.
It's,
I'm using, Zach, I'm using chestnuts ebonizer lacquer.
That was Zach Woodturning's question. What paint is he using? It's not paint yet, it's an ebonizing lacquer he's using.
same thing, and it's black paint. They just call it ebonizing lacquer, still black lacquer.
That's black lacquer, that's right. It's what it is.
Which is a paint. This is cellulose. This is black cellulose paint.
Scott Hampton says, well, at least it can be displayed with the bottom facing out. It could indeed.
Oh, well done, Tim. Tim's got a glass of port. See, we're all drinking my birthday.
I had a commission for a girl who wanted a fruit bowl, but it had to be gloss black.
What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. And even when it was finished, and I mean, it was really high gloss, because you know what I'm like, lots of lacquer and stuff. You can still see the grain.
Albert Dawson
And-
said that would have been
and-
very hard for him to colour.
Well, the button's
Yeah,
quite
well.
the button's quite easy to push because it's a new can.
Yeah. So we got about 30, 40, 50 coats to go, yeah, if he wants to, in the can.
I have to say the arthritis in my knuckles is kind of stopping me from using spray cans.
Don't you spray too much, it runs, Steve. You're
Hard.
getting a lot there.
They cover the grain.
I'm not
Put a
mad.
third coat on
He'd be
then.
turning the back off anyway, no, really.
He won't.
So we've got a nice crisp line on the top there. So you can see that we've got a nice crisp line on there where I've dusted it that way and across the piece. So we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. So I may just put a little tiny rim on the edge where it just shows a bit of the wood, but I'm
Highlight
not sure
line.
yet.
Oh, he's checking it out now.
Highlight line.
Did you use pine brine? No, I used sycamore.
So just turn the lathe down low. Turn the lathe on. Gently spin it up slowly. Just dry that off. As Mick Hambry says, let's go for a cup of tea while we're waiting for it to dry.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I need to get one of those trigger things for spray paints. You're quite right, Andy. Even spraying deodorant out of a deodorant can is difficult for my old arthritic knuckles. It's just the first knuckle. You press the doofer.
Martin Ford says, hi Terry. Hope all's well. Talking of beer, they had the 8 Sail Windmill Brewery's Imperial Stout in the Strugglers Inn in Lincoln this evening, 10.8%. I did not have one. Yes, fortunately, Martin, I only got to walk 100 yards into the 8 Sail Windmill Bar. It's lovely, isn't it? And I did have one. Not today, but I've had one. It is good stuff.
Scott says, I use black lacquer made for guitars, fretboards. You can't see the wood grain through it.
Okay. Tim wants to know if anybody's going to Makers this year.
Nope.
Or everyone going to Makers this year? Question mark.
Is not.
No, I'm not going.
Lucy is. She can afford the parking.
Yeah.
30 odd quid to get in.
I'll be doing. I will be at the AWGB seminar. I'm not sure if I'm going to Harrogate even this year. Because
I'm not going to Harrogate. I'm going to the AWGB seminar.
The
Valley Returners in. I'm going to the seminar because I'm arranging all the traders. I gotta go.
You have to go.
I gotta go.
You gotta. He's gotta go. Find a place to hide. Sis Jared says, sorry, I gotta go. Can't watch anymore. My son just arrived from Dublin for a visit for the weekend with my grandson.
Oh, have a great weekend, Gerard.
He said
he'll be having nightmares tonight, Steve, because you painted it, he says.
Because you painted that.
Good night,
Bye,
Gerard.
I'll email you a
buddy.
picture when I'm finished, Gerard, so just so you can put
Good
it
luck
on your...
with the grandchildren.
Have a good weekend, buddy.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
May or may not see you Sunday.
Just make sure it's touch dry.
Lucy says I'm here while I eat my pizza. Pizza. I might have a pizza. I'm not on my dinner yet, so talking of food, I'm quite hungry now.
Yes, Martin, you can do that.
Stuart's not going this year. He will be at the AWGB and the woodturning weekender.
Yes, I'll be at the weekender as well.
Yeah, I think Harrogate is getting so expensive with the accommodations, unreal. I mean, the hotel alone is nearly 500 quid. That's not including your food and your travelling and your
drink.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Apart from what you might spend in the tool section.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do AWGB. I think I'm going to do the weekender, and I mean I've been to Harrogate for the last, other than COVID, every year for the last 6 or 7 years. So I think I might give it a miss for 1 year.
Scott from Hampton's Woodturning says he's the videographer at the AAW symposium and the demonstrator for SWAT.
Oh, good.
Well done,
good
mate.
man, Scott.
Well done, Scott.
Right. So there's the block. What's that like? That's better. If I change it on that camera, is that gonna
Better.
make it better or worse? What's better?
I didn't read what Leonard says.
Army.
You lot are thinking of not going to Hargate because I
Bit
can
blown
get
out,
there.
Steve.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to mess around with the camera settings while I'm working, but it's not working.
Just fine the way it
Don't
is.
do that, man.
It's fine, Steve. Leave it alone.
That'll be alright. That'll be alright. You can see it, can't you? That's the main thing.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we can see it, mate. Don't worry.
Right, so what we're going to do on top of that is I'm going to put some Joe Sonia on top of that to give it a nice colour effect. So we're going to use the iridescence.
As if the wood wasn't a good colour anyway, but yeah.
No, that won't. So I think I'm going to use a bit of gold, a bit of violet,
Ooh.
and turquoise, I think.
Turquoise.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them in a pot because I want them thinned for what I'm going to do. So use my little mixing pot.
Yeah.
The puri
So
mixing pot.
are you going to use the acrylic or the Joe Sonia mixer, or are you going to use water?
No, I'm using a flow medium because if you use water,
Is it,
it'll just dilute them.
Can I ask you a question? Is there a price on those mixing pots on your website?
There is a set of 6. I think is £3.99 for a set of 6.
Good night, Tim.
See you,
Tim's gotta
Tim.
go.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for coming in.
Yes, they are on my website. I think they come in packs of 6 or sets of 6.
Hi,
and
Lucy.
I think, don't quote me, I can't remember what since I put them on, but I think they're £3.99 for a set.
Okay.
Look forward to meeting you there, Frederick.
And I'll tell you the size of them. The size of them is 40 millimeters high by 45 millimeters top, and then 35 millimeters at the bottom. And they've got a nice little pouring spout on them, look, just in case you want to pour back into your pots. Right. So mix a bit of these up.
Frederick Day is going to the weekend in August. He's
Good
looking
man.
forward to that.
I said, look forward to meeting him there.
Yep, definitely. So
I won't be there, unfortunately,
No, because you live in a different country.
because I live in a different country.
it's a bit gold.
A third world country.
It's not a third world country, Terry.
It's a fourth world.
Try getting some Hampshire seed kit across.
It's no more third world than
You gotta rent your own boat.
than Lincolnshire.
Oh, I don't know.
So then a bit of turquoise.
Ask
Just...
Pete, he reckons it's a third world country. I'll admit, Pete.
I still don't care.
So we want these. So we want these to a not watery, but we want them so they just about ready to drip off the end of our stick. So if you put water in these, they'll just dilute the colours won't be as vibrant. So you need to use the flow medium. So with the flow medium, you actually keep the vibrant colour by making them a bit thinner as well. So these pots.
Having it in black, Steve, can you see the colours?
Yeah, if I spread that out, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the gold in there?
Yeah. So you see what it's going to be like on you instead of the shot glasses that are clear. You know, the cheap stuff that Andy Woodwork Intermediate uses. You can actually see the colour you're going to get before we put it on.
So what we're looking for is to hold it up, and we're looking for a drip. So as you can see, it's not dripping, so it's not quite thin enough. So we want to mix that so it's just about ready to drip. So you can see now it's just starting to ball up a little bit, so a little tiny bit more. Make sure you mix it well.
Robert probably wants to know, Steve, do the pots have graduation marks?
No.
No.
So just about to ball up. Let's see there. So
There
that
you go.
one's good. So now let's do the same as this one. No, because it makes them harder to wash out if they've got lines inside. I can put a hole in the side so when you get to a level that runs out.
They're not
that'll
disposable
work.
either. They're not really designed to be thrown away.
No.
They're designed to be reused over and over and over again.
Yeah, you can, if you wash them out, put them in warm water, not hot water, but warm water. They'll just the paint will just peel out of them. That's what I do. So see that one? That's just balling up a little bit, so not quite enough. This is the violet.
Foil it.
So just about nearly there.
Zach Woodturning wants to know, can you save the thinned colour back into the pots?
Yes, you can.
Can,
That means it will dilute the
but
pots
I wouldn't advise it.
slightly.
Well, a little tiny bit ain't going to hurt it, is it? Because they evaporate anyway. They thicken themselves up anyway, don't they?
For sure. Depends on how long you leave them.
Yeah, but a little tiny bit. You mean what I've mixed there? If you put, let's say, a third
2
of that
drops
back in
or
the pot, ain't really going to hurt it, is it?
Martin Ford says, save the tops from your
He's
spray
tight,
cans.
is it?
They make good
He's
mixing
tight as a
pots.
crab's backside, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
So the tops of your spray cans.
I do that too, but I use them
Yeah.
for putting tea bags in when I make tea.
Then he washes them
So
out.
you can reuse the tea bags, yeah?
Andy
You're just
Weaver
as tight
Lerner
as
says
Marty.
he should print his own pots. He's got enough filament. Oh, go for it. Work away.
So there we go. Nice little bee coming up there.
Charlie from CET says, can they go in the dishwasher, Steve?
Oh, and I think they might melt if you put them in the dishwasher, Charlie.
They might.
They might come out a funny shape. That's right. So there we go. 3 colours all mixed up. Just wipe my tub so it don't go all yucky. Wipe the lid. So, right. So what we need now is a wide brush. A fairly.
Martin Ford sorry, Martin Ford says he always puts the residue back in the pots. It doesn't hurt.
No, it don't hurt.
There you go. That's talking from experience then.
So what we want, so with these being diluted, you'll get around about 30-40 minutes before these start to cure. So obviously if you was using the Joe Sonia straight out of the tub, we all know that they dry pretty quick. But with these being with the
Flow medium.
that's the one, the flow medium in them, they take a little bit longer to go. So you've got round about 30 to 40 minutes. So you've got plenty of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush these colours on, and then I'm going to get some cling film, put over the top of it, move it about a little bit, and then we're going to peel it off and see what we've got. So we're just going for random colours and random
And if
patterns
it
to
doesn't
start
look
with.
very nice, and being water-based, you could always wash it off with a wet sponge.
Exactly that. Or turn it off if you're not happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not dry, you can just wash it off, can't you?
Yeah. So we're just going random. And remember with these colours you can go over the top of each other. So I'm not going to wash the brush out, I'm just going to wipe the excess out of the brush and just use the same brush. So we'll go for the violet now.
Is that a fancy brush from the range?
It is.
I recognise that brush. Or could I talk my shot and drive me up to the woodshed at the weekend?
Far is it?
45 miles.
You could walk that. Get on your horse. Get on your
Not
horse.
gonna. I could, not gonna.
Right, so final
90
one.
mile round trip.
Turquoise.
Maybe just order online, will I?
Well, if you say that you're fancy going out for a ride, dear, let's go. Go towards and name the town nearest it. Like, oh, coffee up there. Should we? Oh, the woodshed's not far away. Should we just nip over there?
She would see through that in a heartbeat, Derry.
I know she would. He may have done, Todd.
I'll die or try.
Jerry Gooley says, question. Could you do a centrifuge effect with these paints?
Yes, you can.
Would you have to thin them more?
Nope.
No, you can do. If you want centrifugal, you can use them straight out of the tubs.
Yeah.
You don't have to
just
thin
spin
them.
it really, really quick.
But if you want it really going, then
5,000.
thin it a little bit.
Yeah. Andy says, Brian, don't take a tractor. Yeah, I certainly want. I'm not allowed to drive it on the roads, right? So I can only drive a tractor in the yard. The reason I need my shell is because I'm banned from driving
All right, so we want to.
for medical
because of any
purposes.
police
not because I'm not because I'm a
reports,
bad child. Just
But he's got a problem, and he's
I'm medically removed from driving for a year.
for a week. Yeah.
I hate cling film. I really hate cling film.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't stick this stuff either.
Look at that. Why is that? That knife is like a razor, and that's not cutting that at all.
It's cling film.
It's cling film. That's why.
That might be a good effect there, though, Steve. You pulled that like that. I'll just pull it right off now. Pull it straight off. Don't forget, wet sponge gets it off quick as lightning.
Grease lightning.
Has anyone tried the Joe Sonia Gold Dust and Opal Dust? Says Martin Ford. I don't know. I haven't.
No,
He
but
says
it'd be worth a
I
go,
like
wouldn't
the
it?
gold dust, but I'm not so sure about the opal dust. Okay.
Right, so let's pull this back.
I ordered some of those colours today from
What colours?
Rainbow Colours.
Oh, the rainbow waxes.
No, I got those rainbow colours from the not the intrinsics, but the other ones.
Carnival.
Carnival colours.
That's it.
All right.
They'll be wending their way towards me, I expect.
I've got a set. Yeah, I have a set of those. Wayne the Woodturner says I haven't tried this technique for years. Yeah, you're right, Wayne.
Looks good though.
I remember seeing it.
That looks quite effective, doesn't it?
We're overdo it now.
So once
Don't
that
overdo it, Steve.
I got more of my hands than I think's on the bowl. So once we get it dried, you should start to see the colours come into effect. So just get the hot air going on a gentle heat. Just gently dry that.
Help put the set.
So turn the lathe on low. Give it a couple of minutes to dry off. It's like watching paint dry this life.
It is, isn't it?
Yep. Salt gives a good effect too.
So does sand.
Bubble rock works, said Zach. Yeah, you can do anything you like with this Joe Sonia
And
paint.
sponge.
Good stuff.
The old natural sponges
Yeah,
work.
a bit of sea sponge. Or you can get unnatural sea sponge as well now.
Yeah.
You don't have to be collecting sponges from the bottom of the sea anymore.
So Martin Ford says, Steve, I do this effect a lot. Learned a lot from Mick Hanbury. Just to make sure you haven't got it on the outside of the bowl.
No, there's none on the outside there.
Like Dances from Aardvark says he bought a full set of Roni pit brushes. Oh, they're expensive. Like they're hell of expensive.
Pens.
I've got a few of those. Yeah, oh yeah, it hurts parting with the money. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But they're brilliant brushes.
Pens.
You get what you pay for.
Brush pens.
Look at that.
Sparkly.
So obviously we still got this white where it's still wet. So
still dry, still wet in it.
Yeah.
Although the white doesn't look bad if it's too thick to dry it and it dries out white, it still doesn't look bad. Is it an effect? Don't go rushing it though, Steve. Make sure it is properly dry.
Yeah, I think I might dry it off and then leave it for tonight and then hollow the middle out when it's dry.
I would.
Because you'll just get dust on it.
Because you spoil it if you get the dust on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Woodwork Learner says not as pricey as the Sabre brushes. Do you mean the Sable ones?
Sable.
Sable, not Sabre. Sable are expensive, so. Well, actually, Scott, if you look at it, there's pink in there. See it, look?
There is a bit.
Just for you, that was. Hi, Zach. Zach needs to go. Early start tomorrow. See you Tuesday, Stevie says.
Okay, Zach, I got the link, mate. You sent the link over this morning for me or today for me. I got that. I'll let me know what time to come in. Oh, I think that's on the email actually. Don't worry about that. That's me being thick.
2 Fs. Thick.
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 Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Frederick thinks a gold border line would look great on that, Steve.
Maybe. I'm thinking about just taking this edge off. Only about 2 or 3 mil.
Yeah. But then you've got a round bead in the middle, which is not taking the edge. Or you're going to put a fillet on the inside of that bead before you start going inwards, because that could be left.
I'm going to where I've I don't know if you can see, but where I've squared that or leveled that off, that's where the start of the hollow end is going to be.
Mm.
You can leave it black, or you're going to put it white.
I'm going to leave this black, but just there I've left a little dent there, so that's where my hollow end will start, or my cutting out will start.
What I mean is, you got one white or wood bead on the outside, wood piece on the outside clear.
Yeah, maybe.
You got a little white piece on the inside, just inside the ring, just a thin slither.
What here?
Which, no, on the other side of the bead. Yeah, or each side if you want, but delineate it. Open at 6:30, he says.
All right, okay. Yeah, I'll see you at 6:30, mate. All right, so that is dry-ish. Got a little bit there that's still a little bit white, so let's just dry it off a little bit better.
Let it dry. Any smudges?
Now, if looking at the Sable brushes, he says they'll have to wait till next month.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not expensive.
No.
So if you wanted to, you could put another colour over that if you wanted to go over a bit more over it. But I don't want it.
Stuart's got to go.
Oh, see you, Stuart. Thanks for coming over, mate.
Gladly see the colour, but he's obviously got an early night. Driving to Portugal tomorrow morning. Well done, Stuart. 4 weeks of derelict house renovation ahead of his son.
Enjoy, mate.
Son.
Enjoy.
Right, cheers.
I'm sure the nice weather will make
have a lovely holiday, mate. Well, have a lovely working holiday.
Yep. So, like I say, you can put another colour over that if you wanted to, whether it be a gold or something to make it stand out more. But I quite like the subtle look because obviously we don't want to take, because the wood's such a nice bit of wood, when I hollow this out, I don't want to take too much away from the actual wood. So if you had something that was in your face, that's going to take it away from the actual grain of the wood, isn't it? So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to leave that like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just put a little light dusting of acrylic lacquer over the top of that. The reason being is when I hollow it out, it'll just protect it a little bit. So just give it a light dust of acrylic, and then I'm going to leave it overnight. And then I will come, well, if I get chance, well, I will get chance tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow, just hollow out that middle bit and finish it off and take the tenon off of it. And then I'll show you guys, well, actually put some pictures on the YouTube. So a light dusting, hey?
Facebook.
Facebook.
YouTube.
So just a light light dusting over it just to seal those colours in. Really, I'm not looking for a high shine, which this is. This is a gloss lacquer. I'm just looking to seal those colours in. So I'm just gonna, like I did the embellishing wax, not embellishing, the lacquer, the ebonizing lacquer. I'm just gonna give it a light coat over, and you'll find that this actually makes the colours a little bit more vibrant.
Right.
So just on that edge there as well.
Susie says gold leaf it. No, Susie.
So we're going to go the other way just to make sure we get in that grain. And that's it. That's all I'm giving up. Just a light dust over it just to seal those colours in. So let's just quickly dry those off. Always remember before you've got hot air gun on it, don't point it at your piece because all the dust what's in your gun will go all over your piece. So if you've got lacquers or colours, you'll end up with loads of sawdust stuck all over it.
Susie says no gold leaf. Wouldn't go with those colours.
Wow, where was I? Gold embellishing wax, she says. Okie diddly. Susie, gold embellishing wax. I bet he don't.
Not now. He's got lacquer on.
Oh, you can't see it. On that in focus. There you go.
Very nice.
So you can see it's got like a ripple look to it where it's dry.
Nice. Almost looks like it's kind of crackling, if you like.
Like spider's webs.
So if you if the Joe Sonias would have been a little bit thicker, you'd end up with some white. All those bits that look like ripples, they'd all been more whiter. So it would have showed you like a bit like a wave effect. Hi, Jappy, how are
He
you?
says, Steve, is that a bit of you on the live? No, Yappy, it's a bit of boring old ash.
Olive ash.
He's painted it.
At least you can't see the wormhole now.
I think he might have filled that one up properly, even if you hadn't put the filler in.
So that should be dry, which it is. So let's zoom this back out. So yeah, so what I'll do is from this, where this cut line is here, I'll take that in and may just, that little bit there, that's only about 3 mil wide. I may just do that natural wood and then just do a little band on the end there, just natural wood.
Band on the edge.
Just to finish it off, but other than that.
Give it definition.
Yeah, I want to get it out just so I see what it looks like with the light on it. That's what I want to do. Without dropping the chucky on the floor.
He didn't drop.
Just a boring bit of ash. I mean, you'll see in a minute when he takes it off and shows you the back. Show you up with the back.
Hang on.
Yeah. Get wider angle. A wider angle view.
Yeah, look.
The violets come out really well on that.
So there's the...
And the green. Turquoise.
And then there's the back.
There's the back. See, boring a bit of ash, Abby. Okay.
Boring,
Sacrilege, isn't it, eh?
So, like I say, nothing glossy, just a slight sheen over it, just to finish it off. So we'll let that dry off.
Yeah, let it go hardened.
So should see the colours a bit better on there now. There you go. See the colours in there.
Lovely.
See the turquoise there. See the violet and the green and the gold. Obviously, where you've mixed the turquoise and the golds, give you a bit more of a green. So it's nice. Got nice different colours in it. And it's a simple effect, isn't it? Just with a bit of cling film. It's a nice
That's
effect.
right. Yeah. And a bit of the old.
And Susie says, and now turn it all off again so we can see that lovely wood.
No,
No, not doing it.
no, not doing it. Look how nice that looks. Get that bit there hollowed out. That'll be
Yeah,
stunning.
look lovely.
That'll be stunning.
Super duper.
That will be stunning. So let's get all this stuff chucked back in the cupboard. Put them back in the holder.
Andy says he's nearly finished his first chalice. He's just got to colour the inside of the cup. Good man, Andy.
Started in 1961.
Two.
It's a bit late for the challenge.
Yeah, and I forgot to send you pictures again.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not going to keep reminding
No, I
you.
forgot to make one.
Every
Actually, I
month,
was busy.
every month I have to ring him up. Where's your pictures, Brian? Where's your pictures?
Where's your pictures, Brian? Yeah, I know.
You mean you're 82 now? You should be able to remember.
I'll send you.
A bit late now.
Pete, Twisted Pete says, question for the arty types. Can you make Emma's chameleon flakes feel nice?
No.
Yes, you can. Make them feel nice. Spray them. A little bit of lacquer.
Yeah.
I got them on here, and this feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to build it up. You just smooth it out. That's the thing, isn't it?
No, just one coat. And they'll
One
still
coat.
reflect.
Oh yeah, they'll reflect. The idea is to, if you're using a new size, you don't need to put anything over the top of it. But if you're using the old size, then she recommends to put a little bit of acrylic over the top anyway, just to get rid of the tackiness.
Yeah, because it never dries. The old stuff doesn't dry.
But the new stuff she got, apparently it dries, doesn't it? So.
Yep.
Just like these cameras. Dust everywhere.
Andy said, without the challenge, I wouldn't have tried to turn one. There you go. Good man. We inspired somebody to try something. Yay!
At least you try now, Andy. That's good
Exactly.
news.
It don't matter how
You
long
can
it
still put
takes.
a picture up when you finish, so we can see it.
Exactly.
Come
It doesn't matter how long it takes you to turn anything. It's about taking part and having a go.
Fun in the workshop doing it.
Exactly that. Right, let's get rid of this.
It's designed to get you out into your workshop.
Right.
Because you might be, what's the word? Not brain dead of turning things, but you may not have any more ideas.
Wood-turning block.
There you are.
Don't you sit on there, can you? That don't really do it justice. I'll get some pictures of it once it's finished.
Peter Twisted Tree says, I put 3 coats of lacquer on. It looks pants and feels pants too.
That's why I said only one coat, Pete.
Are you like Brian,
Pete?
Pete?
On it dulls them down.
Are you like Brian, Pete? You put it on too heavy.
No, I don't put it on too heavy.
One light dusting seals it, makes it good. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be feely. It was coloured.
Well said, Pete.
I forgot. I couldn't be bothered.
Right. So there it is. There it is.
Needle pulling thread.
There it all is. All done. I will finish that off tomorrow. Let that dry overnight. I will finish it off tomorrow. 9:30, really. See, you all moaned about me colouring it, but you're all now saying how nice it looks. So, you know.
Well, I'm not saying that.
Several or not.
Wow.
I'm remaining non-committed to that. Lovely piece of wood. Nice colour effect, but wrong piece of wood.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah,
I'll be perfect.
My humble opinion, of course.
That'd be perfect when it's hollowed out the middle. That'd be
Pete, if you want to use the flakes, if you want it really smooth, you've got to use the powders. Flakes are flakes, they are, so they will build up on each other.
They shouldn't be that bad. You shouldn't be able to feel them. They're not that rough. I don't know if I got one in there now. I think I sold it. I had one, and you could hardly feel the you could hardly feel the flakes over the top of it.
Thank you, William.
You know a piece like that. Yeah, thank you, William.
Susie says, I love the outside of the bowl.
Good. At least you like something about it, Susie.
See, this is flakes.
The good thing is,
and you can hardly feel that. You feel the texture more than you feel the flakes.
you do, yeah.
It'll look better with a gouge finish, Steve.
What's that?
That's what Pete said. It'll look better with a gouge finish.
What?
Whatever he's doing.
Your platter.
Right, so I think we'll go. So thank you everybody who came over. Thank you
everybody.
Thank you everybody who gave us the good report about or good response with the podcast last week. We've had a few people emailed over some suggestions for new topics. Yeah, there's been a few people email.
No.
So we're going to look. Well, we will be looking into that before the next one, the end of next month. So
Absolutely.
we have this month. No, not this month because we're not in May yet. In May, we have special guest airworm of
Easy Wood Tools.
Easy Wood Tools. So that'd be interesting to see what happens. So Doug, Christy, and Chris, is it? It's Chris, isn't it? Christy, Chris, and Doug, yeah. So they'll be joining us. I think it's something like the 12th of May, something like that. No, not the 12th of May, because that's on a Sunday. Anyway, sometime in May.
I don't know. Early May.
I might actually be next week, but we'll find out. You'll find out when the link goes up.
You will.
So yeah, looking forward to that. I won't be here Sunday. I'm at the gun club on Sunday, so I won't be here Sunday. I'll
be here Sunday night.
Terry will be here Sunday night.
Good for you, Terry.
He'll start at 1, finish at 11.
Happy with that.
He'll do a term marathon. He's got nothing else to do. Ruth's left him at home.
So there's nobody on Sunday lunchtime?
No.
No.
Do you want to do it, then, Brian?
Oh dear.
If you do, tell me what you can do so I don't have to copy it.
I might do something on Sunday lunchtime.
He might do. He might do. Keep an eye out just in case. Keep an eye out.
Just in case. I'll be
Just
there.
in case. Right, so yeah, I won't be here Sunday. The following week is hashtag week, so make sure you come over and check that out. That's be the first Sunday of the month.
I have to show that.
Hampton Woodturns. I want to be an airworm. Oh,
no.
That may be possible.
That might be possible, Scott.
Email me, Scott. We'll chat. Right, so yes, so yeah, I'm not here Sunday.
It's
the following
31st.
Sunday. This Sunday is. No, this Sunday's not the 31st.
Sorry, Martin says, what date is the next Tits on Tour podcast? It's the 31st of May.
It's on tour. It's 3 T's.
Yeah. TTT it is, not TTP.
TTT. So how could you be Tits on tour?
No, you got it wrong. Not looking, see.
Your spelling's not the best, obviously.
Yeah, the 31st of May is the next podcast.
Next one.
But it will be promoted and obviously shouted about between now and there.
Don't bring Scott Hampton on. He never shuts up, boys. He's terrible.
He just got all the time. Well, you can't see us, that's all right. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Haley from Woodinburg says, tits at that tour.
That's not very nice, is it? Calling them two tits. That's not very nice.
And Pete says, twats talking twaddle.
Tits talking.
I can almost say that. Twats talking twaddle.
Tits talking twaddle.
That's not very nice, Pete.
Right. So yes, other than that, it's great. So anyway, thank you very much for coming over and joining us.
See you all Sunday. If you want to come in, join me 7:00.
Anybody who was asking about the 75mm sanding stations, they're in the process of designed one. I've got a prototype being printed. If it works and it's working well and it fits well, then hopefully by the end of next week they should be ready to be up for sale. But keep an eye out for social media on my Facebook page, on the Buddy range, and also on the website, and you will see them as soon as they come out. So obviously follow on the website skkrafts.woodturners.uk. All the info's over there, and as soon as they're launched they will be on there, but I will stick it on Facebook as well. So other than that, I think we are ready to go. So thank you to everyone who came over. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I've not upset you too much by covering that nice piece of olive ash, but hey ho, it is what it is, and it's a piece of wood at the end of the day. So I
Yeah,
don't,
you don't worry anyway.
people pay more for a bit that's coloured. And
Yeah,
the
of course
wormhole.
They do. They love the
Every
colour, don't they?
wormhole's worth a £5.
Mhm.
So anyway, we're
Don't
going.
forget, everybody. I'll see you Sunday, and I still look the same as I did yesterday, younger than Brian.
Ooh.
There's no truth in that. There is no truth in that whatsoever.
Right, we're going before they fight. Right. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Speak to you
Thank you,
soon.
Mike.
If I don't see you before, I will see you next Friday. So see you later, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now. Bye. Thanks for coming in.
That's all, folks.